title says, first class trial is about to commence. Make sure you guys got the snacks, because you know these class trials last for an hour, maybe 2. So let's get it. This class trial is going to be popping litty. Let's get it going. Hope you guys are ready. Class trial is about to begin. Y'all know these class trials long as shit. What the hell I do with my phone? Where is my phone? Don't know what I did with it. Oh no, yo, no, that is. About to be live in this bitch. Alright, let's get it popping, guys. Whoa.
Yo! You're late, Makoto. We've been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
That's not just the conclusion just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can call all reveal the details of Monokuma's crime.
So they really convinced I did it. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both knew that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka? Is it really one
of us? Is everyone here? Okay. And please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fate will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Well then, let it begin.
Yes, indeed. Hey. Makoto.
I said it before, because you don't trust me. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already in the elevator when I saw the step on. The door closed and the elevator started to move. Let's see.
Oh!
Rather than that, is it not more like a definitive way to seek judgment? Obviously, to our share of anxiety that works
You finally arrived!
What are
right? Doesn't it feel like it's a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit, not even close. It's totally shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone, find your assignment seat and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up, down, hurry up! What did we did what we said about the seat. These were arranged in 9 circles. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which almost meant that for the attention from anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat down. And so, look at Leon. He's look hella tough, bro. I bet you any money Leon did it. I bet you any money he did it. Look at his face, bro. He look real tough right now. I don't care about all this this dialogue. Let's get it poppin'. Yes. Here we go, pre-trial prep. I ain't got no skill points. Damn. I ain't got shit. I ain't got nothing. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby.
Let's
Here we go.
begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Yeah, right. Like that's
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
sure.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
I swear, this game always got that one person that's like a real freak, like always thinking about sex and butts and like, come on.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Well, that's a good
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Sure.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Get ready to
First
get
up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. And they got signed. And they got notice. I have to be ready to speak up about everything because it is just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Yep. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You know, I already know how the shit works for sure. Just a little refresher. I should have skipped this shit. I already know this. Come on. I know they're gonna think I did it.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
No shit.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong! No, that's wrong! Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. with the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
No.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene.
I agree with
It
him.
shouldn't even need explaining.
I agree with him, yeah. Common sense people.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Fire, I mean,
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Yep.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Certain people always use to cut this up. Come on, really? Fucking knife. The knife killed me. Knife, come on. Yeah, there we go.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Yep.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong!
I love when he say that. I ain't gonna lie. I love when he say that.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
What you mean they get us? It's the weapon they used to kill her.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
What?
That's right. Makoto's room was the
I
scene
love
of
how
the
you just
crime.
look at this.
What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto
Where
must
did
have
that
taken
get
it
us?
from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
Nobody would... No, that's wrong! Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, that's the thing, because the knife was there, she was there, blah, 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 yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Bitch, why are you so convinced that I did it? Like, what's up with you?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Come at her next.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
No, the person that killed him is black.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yeah,
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
That's what we gotta figure out.
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Bro, what is that stance, bro? What is that stance? Just got his point at his glasses and point. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of smooth. I ain't gonna lie, that's like a smooth little model picture. But come on, man, come on.
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Yep, pretty much.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
What? Okay, yeah, you definitely must be a virgin. Never smelled cool, felt cool, taste cool. Cause look at your face, bro. Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
But I'm a girl.
Right.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
I mean, they can still do stuff. I mean, whatever.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Sayaka, excuse me, I said Sakura.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it!
I got it!
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife? That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
Yeah, I don't know about
So
that.
you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What are you talking about, me?
What? See? He did do it after all.
No!
You're wrong. So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Okay, first of all, why you're facing the left side of the screen shaking like that? What do you either you have like a fever or something? You busting, bro? Come on, bro. Get the fuck out my face. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for murder. They don't understand. If they convince me, everyone's
Hold
gonna
on.
die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Yep, it is. Thank you.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Thank you.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing
up,
from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Take it from huh? The first name main gamut. Oh, hair. No? There you go. Got it.
Now I understand.
Oh yeah, the lint roller.
That's
the
right.
hair. Right.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
So they cleaned up the lint roller.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Yeah.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yeah, we can.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Y'all niggas need to keep up. Y'all acting like slow as fuck
I would
right
like
now.
to hear these reasons.
Alright, let's give them the reasons then. Come
Do
on.
you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, the bathroom handles fucked
Yeah,
up.
then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I remember. I definitely remember the door.
I got it!
Easy, come on.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yep.
Huh? The doorknob?
Huh?
What doorknob?
The doorknob for my
Oh, high
bathroom.
ass.
It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Yep.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Why would he break the door in his own room if he know how the doorknob's working? I swear, bro, I'm telling you.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
No, I'm picking you, bro. You definitely did it, bro.
You still don't see? Okay, then.
No, he see. He just chooses to be
Let's
stupid.
take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Oh, look at her, that smirk. Okay, girl, I see you. I got it.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Shoot! The incident took place in the... Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran, and they got into the back. At that point, the killer...
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong!
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yep. Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Yep.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Yep.
Say what?
Yeah.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Do we have any more objections? Because I'm pretty sure at this point, it's pretty clear that he didn't do it.
That
Anybody?
is a definite possibility.
No,
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Yes.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. Fuck, I'm trying to tell you, stupid blonde ass.
Okay, then who did do it?
Calm down.
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
We all gonna die.
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
No, that's stupid.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
That's a new face question on him.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Just every time he talks, this sounds like he's just so fried.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well...
Yes.
I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first
That's a good
place?
question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
No,
that's possible, right?
No, that's not the case. No,
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Exactly, yep.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative!
No.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
No, that's definitely...
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Bro, you are the least intimidating motherfucker out of everybody in this damn thing. Get real.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. You know, it's like unless someone... I want to say it's either this one or... the keys. See, her is...
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
I mean, it's still a possibility.
What if her being scared was a lie?
That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Thank you. That's
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Because that's what people do, especially women. I mean, guys lie too, but come on.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just up to 5 minutes. Come to me in my room. Check the nameplate and make sure we don't get too wrong. Oh, look at that.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Oh, there goes your answer, bro.
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
That's true.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Oh, lying sneaky bitch!
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
No good lying,
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Fuck the line right there.
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Yeah, she wrote it, bro.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Yep.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Freaky ass bull, but he's right though, he's right.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Okay, that's irrelevant. You shouldn't have said that. That's very relevant.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
Yeah.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
I got it.
Sayaka and Makoto said in the note. It specifically... I see. Then they would have gone exactly.
The room. No, it's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Correct.
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Just look at this face, man. Oh, come on, this is easy, people. Alright.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Correct.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yep, that's so.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
A similar setup.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Calm down, yelling in my ear. Like, calm down, bro. I got these all these headphones in my ear. They're dead in my ear. Relax.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Exactly.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yes, it was.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because of the gold shit on her wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
But the knife was... hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong! Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
A hand, right?
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
Not even a regular time important.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Ew.
Oh my. You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Damn.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
This looking crazy.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Oh shit.
Shoot!
Fuck.
I got it!
Oh, look at that wrong.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But
Yeah.
we already said that the attack started with...
So it was a setup.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Yep, so that means she tried to kill the dude.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yeah, she did.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
Get your body and put
was
him
so
on
that she
me.
could pin the crime on you.
Uh-huh.
That is
There
a
you go.
possibility, is it not?
After 20 minutes.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
No good bitch, I'm telling you. Yep.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yep.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Yep.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Yeah. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, so I paid you some fun be an asshole or like a cruel person because you can't trust people. People are really fucking crazy, selfish, egotistical.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yes.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Big time.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Karma.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because
I loved her. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
No, I mean...
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
no, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely
It
there.
says Leon,
so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, 1037 doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Yep. Hey, you'll see Leon. Yep, rotate it. Yep. Yep, come on, people.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Because I already know.
Whose name did she write?
You are a big boy. Gotcha.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Hey, talk about how you do it, man.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
No, no stretch.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
I definitely can't feel what's gonna do about it.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
I do feel so I got to. Get him out of here.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so. Closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
least I would. You crashed out for a while. This first off,
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator, the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have... Huh? No!
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty.
So the only one, the person in charge of the trash?
Shoot! The key to the trash. Whoever was on cleaning.
So the only one, the person.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
Wow, really?
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yep.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Add all the pieces together. I'll do this. Nothing's wrong. I think it goes here. We'll go there then.
Here's exactly what happened.
I got it right? Oh, shit.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Oh, I see how it does it. Okay, okay, I see how it does it. Oh, no, this goes here. Oh, I see.
You! I think I'd better take one... Last night, the killer went to the... From what we can... She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, I got the right too? Okay.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Oh, this thing, okay, I get it. This looks a little challenging. Let's get this bitch out of here. Press the X button to lock on to it. I'll phone this statement. It goes to the lock on to it. Can we come on?
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
I'm pretty upset and complicated.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Here's your proof! You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up!
That's very... Okay, well...
I refuse to give up yet!
It's the lockdown of triangle. Can you remember it again? Sometimes unclassified possibly won't want to hear what you say. You engage in them, they hit to hit battle. We like to refer Very BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time to rhythm. Match your button presses with these tempo markers. Center. Okay, so...
When the killer removed instead...
I refuse... Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Where's your proof? This should prove it!
Oh, I get it. Okay. Right. That's probably gonna be a pain in my ass later on, but that was okay.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use? Stupid, stupid, stupid! It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Hey, I got an A. Let's get it. Let's get this over with.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Yahoo!
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second.
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill what you did.
So that's why.
So that's why I killed him first.
None of you are any different.
One wrong step and you be the one standing. You be the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I wound up like that.
I was just unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Right after. So when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we get wrong. Because if what we came up with really is truth, then the truth is that say I was trying to train. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was saying the video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't even imagine. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them and say, She's still trying to justify what she did, bro. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that she meant so much, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
fuck out of here. I need you, but fuck out of here, bitch. What you talking about? She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, bro. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must be sure terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of their relationship? She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descending to pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand, really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collide. Stop screwing with her. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that, all of it, everything, it's all your fault. Certainly in a frenzy, I lunged at Makoto, I mean Super Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
Oh shit. As angry as I was, Kyoko launched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemy pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good wowing. Just barely avoiding punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so fuck it. The Blackened will receive its punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
I was actually with self-defense. You forced her into the bathroom. Did you or did you not use your very own toothpick? Set myself back a few miles away to get back into the room. She came all the way back.
Do you understand?
You had any number of times you were doing.
So, that's why...
Stop.
Oh!
Oh, I'm sure you spoke to her. You spoke to her anyway. You killed the fucking Sayaka, you understand? I can't say we're not slowly to blood. Boy, I don't blame sometimes when Sayaka because the one to blame is him. Huh? Say what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened. Sayaka or Leon. We wouldn't be fighting. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable. Hey,
There's nothing more unethical than unreasonable justice. After all, if people with that sort of mentality, that's whatever. If that's the kind of justice that awakening, just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Chills!
We're waiting for the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey!
No more begging.
Come on now!
You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
No!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
You got a drag on this. That's funny. Like, come here, little bitch. I love what's in what's that dude, the one I always talking shit, his face is like, you like, damn. It's like, look, oh well, this wasn't me. Well, first punishment has been dealt. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control.
I can't take it.
Do you really have to keep saying this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is to cut off ties with the outside world and set living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are we doing this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark officer, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or, in this case, a dark officer, secret society type of bear.
Well,
why are you putting us upstairs, young citizens like me, through such a grueling order?
Hey,
It's trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile in the scale. I think that's impossible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying has pictures. Shit, piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass to the ground. You must really hate me to get your ass in, huh? So if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened? Happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? And then I was trying to cut free of your regards from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course, we can't cut free out the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're fast, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the forever.
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like
Chills!
there's
Chills! Kip!
Hey.
You say everything. Who's that lady people watching? Sorry, I said everything I got to say. I need to say something later. Just like that, you don't. You left it to everyone by making sense. And that's gonna do it. Even after he gonna restood it, okay. Let me say, I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna save it. No, I'm gonna keep going till this part is over. No one even tried to speak. Their face was stone, their voice died. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. What's up? It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before this class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I felt like such a fool because becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her for now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to relieve her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly a possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway.
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure if she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Well, move past their deaths? I can never do that. No, I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past them? How could I possibly move past something like this? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard way. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? That's what Sayaki said there, huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Alright, that's it. Almost 2 hours to stream. First class trial is done. We lost 3 people. Yep, 3 people, so now there's 12. So, alrighty guys, so yep, to be continued, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Holla, I got a baseball bat for whatever reason. Alright, cool.